Hello.
Hi, Miss.
Yes, so we will continue Earth's support of life, where yesterday I covered up two of the vocabularies. That is, I spoke about photosynthesis and atmosphere. We learned about the source sun, how is actually sun useful to us and to the whole world. And then we spoke about Mars and Earth, how their temperatures are different and why our life cannot exist in Mars. This is what I taught you yesterday. So today, before starting my lesson, I want one of you to say me the equation for photosynthesis. What happens in photosynthesis? Judy, start with you.
Yes,
What happens in photosynthesis? What do plant need?
carbon dioxide, water,
Excellent. The photosynthesis reaction starts with carbon dioxide because plants need carbon dioxide. And what else?
water,
Water. Very
sun,
good.
and sun
Simple
to
way.
store
If I want to write an
energy.
equation, I want to write an equation, I can even write CO2 plus water, that is H2O. Carbon dioxide is CO2. Water is H2O. Will give me, in the presence of, never forget, which energy? Light energy.
Um,
Sunlight. In the presence of
um,
sunlight, what does it give me?
oxygen
One minute, wait. Miral, hello, Miral.
Yes, miss.
My dear, what did you breathe out just now? What do you breathe out from your mouth? What is that substance? Or what gas that comes out from your mouth? Do you know about it? Yes, Zishan, Dana, tell me. From your mouth, when you breathe out, when you blow, like when you blow a balloon. Miral, talk to me. I will help you out. Zishan and Dana,
yes, miss. Yeah.
what do you breathe out? When you blow your air from the mouth.
Carbon dioxide.
Very good. And what comes inside our mouth? What do we take?
Oxygen.
We take in oxygen. Mira,
Oxygen.
my dear baby Mira, please answer me. She won't. Khalas. So that's what carbon dioxide and water plants need. Okay, plants need carbon dioxide and water. And what they give us? Fruits. That is nothing but sugar. That is, you can say, they give us sugar. And of course, plant give us oxygen. This oxygen and sugar I take and I give out this carbon dioxide and water. All right, this is how the cycle goes on. This is photosynthesis and the other reaction is cellular respiration. Anyways, what is unique about Earth's water? When you look at the picture of Earth, you know that 71% is actually all water. Earth is usually formed from iron, nickel, and silica. Girls, did you ever study about inner core, outer core? I think in grade 5, the inner core, the outer core, the crust, the layers of Earth. Yes. So actually the Earth crust and inside that inner core, iron, nickel, and silica is very common. Iron, nickel, and silica. These materials separated into layers and began to cool. As Earth cooled, it released steam and other gases into the air around its surface. These steam, they form clouds. And of course, the water fell to Earth as rain. This was how the beginning of the ocean started. A large amount of water that is now on Earth came from outer space. Icy comets and meteors impacted and added water to the Earth ocean. Because ice melted and meteors, these all actually gave so much of water to the Earth. Do you know that only the planet Earth has liquid water to support life? Do you know about this? Only Earth has water to support life. No other planets.
Yes.
Earth is unique in the solar system because it contains water in 3 states: solid, liquid, and gas. Most of the Earth's water is in liquid form. In fact, Earth is only planet with large supply of water. I told you about 71% of Earth is actually water. Why do we need water? Tell me why
To
plants need water.
grow.
To survive. Without
Yes.
water, the plants will not live. And of course, without water, even we cannot stay. Temperatures also stay far below water boiling points. Earth has all kind of temperatures, but other planets, they have the temperatures which are below the boiling point of water. That is below the, I can say above the freezing point, where only the water freezes. Even if my mouth, I spit it out, it will become water. Okay? They have shown how did the earth form. See how the ocean formed and how the modern earth is. Coming to atmosphere is a mixture of gases that surround a planet, moon, or other space object. Girls, when I say mixture of gases, you all must know that it contains, it's not given in the lesson because it's already discussed in the last classes. I mean, maybe in grade 5 or grade 6, but you would have forgotten it. So how much percentage, I will write it down here. You can write with the pencil down. Allah. I'm sorry, girls. Wait a minute. I don't know what is happening to the. All right, let us continue. Please note it down. Nitrogen is 78%. Oxygen is 21%. Carbon dioxide is 0.3%. And we also have water vapor and other gases. This is the composition of gases in air, girls.
Okay.
An atmosphere is the mixture of gases that surround a planet, moon, or other space object. It includes all the mixture of gases that actually surround a planet, moon, or other space object also. Some have atmospheres and some do not. It depends upon the object's gravity. Earth and Venus have atmospheres because their gravity is strong enough to hold the gases in place. Imagine if there was no gravity, these gases would have fallen down. It was not around, moving around the earth like atmosphere. Mercury and the moon each have weaker gravity. So that's why we go and fly over there. We don't have enough oxygen there. They take their cylinders. They say 38% gravity. Venus is 91% and Earth has 100% of gravity. Okay?
Okay.
Earth's atmosphere is composed mainly of nitrogen and oxygen. Nitrogen, how much I told you? 78%. Oxygen is 21%. Carbon dioxide is very less. It's only 0.3%. Carbon dioxide and oxygen supports most forms of life. Plants and some single-celled organisms use carbon dioxide for photosynthesis. Everyone know that. Plant take in carbon dioxide. They use oxygen also to perform cell processes. Well, Earth atmosphere has not always contained nitrogen, oxygen, and carbon. They also have hydrogen and helium. Girls, this, when I write down here, when I wrote here other gases, what does this mean? Other gases means they also contain hydrogen and very little amount of helium. That means they also contains hydrogen and helium. One minute. Right. Did you copy this, girl, somewhere?
Yes.
All right. So these gases were too light for the Earth's gravity to hold, so they escaped into space. Where helium is a very light gas. That's why
Yes.
the balloons, they easily fly away. Volcanoes release water vapor, carbon dioxide, and ammonia into Earth's atmosphere. Solar energy, because of different volcanoes, we get carbon dioxide, ammonia. Girls, ammonia and all this you don't need to know. You just need to know these gases, what I wrote, and you need to know that even helium and hydrogen is present. But they escaped into air. Why? Space. Why did helium and hydrogen escape into air? Because they are very light. But nitrogen, it stayed. Because how much percentage did I say you nitrogen?
78%.
Yes, nitrogen is 90, not 98, 78%. 78%. Bacteria use carbon dioxide. All of them are using carbon dioxide for photosynthesis. Something which is making own food, they take carbon dioxide and they release oxygen in air. No. Coming to ozone layer, first gases insulate Earth and then ozone layer. The gases in Earth's atmosphere support life in other ways. Dana,
Yes, miss.
will you tell me the name of the gases present in the air? What gases are present in the air? Just now I wrote it and I asked you to write also. What are the gases? Did you write, Dana? Yes or no? Did you write what I wrote?
Yes.
Tell me the name of the gases present in air.
I know.
Please listen to Judy and repeat again, Dana. Tell me, Judy.
Nitrogen,
Nitrogen,
oxygen,
oxygen, right?
and
Carbon
carbon
dioxide. Please
dioxide.
repeat, Dana.
Mm,
Oxygen,
Nitrogen, oxygen,
nitrogen, yes.
and carbon dioxide.
Viral, repeat it. Oxygen, Viral is not there. Zishan, please repeat it at least.
Okay, got it, because he didn't change the clue. The first one for math and the second for science.
Okay. One type of solar radiation. Okay, here what did I say? Gases insulate. What is the meaning of insulation? What is the meaning of insulation? Like example, I'm holding a spoon which cannot make your spoon hot. It has some plastic cover where you can easily hold the spoon and put it into the hot, what do you call as utensil or hot plate. Similarly, some gases, they act as an insulator to Earth. Some solar radiation passes through the atmosphere and is absorbed by Earth's surface. Radiations from the Earth's surface move in the atmosphere. This energy is then absorbed and re-radiated by atmospheric gases to the process called as greenhouse effect. What does this greenhouse effect do? It keeps the Earth warmer. Simple, girls, I'll say you in simple way. When you give out carbon dioxide from my mouth, it's being taken, something is taken up by the plants. But the rest, they go to the air. And when they go in the atmosphere, they're absorbed by the Earth's surface. And the Earth's surface produce some radiations. So these gases, these re-radiated gases, these are actually nothing but, this process is called as greenhouse effect, which keeps the Earth warmer. Like example, yes, the ozone layer protects Earth from the UV radiation. Girls, sunlight has a powerful radiation called as UV, ultraviolet radiation. But there is a layer after the sky. There are the layers of Earth. We have a layer called as ozone before the stratosphere, troposphere. That is actually protecting the UV ray not to come to the Earth. Or else we could never see this yellow light. It would be all purple. Like you see, it would be all purple or black. And it is harmful. It is actually cancerous. Earth has a ozone layer that protects, block that layer, ozone layer that block the UV ray. So that doesn't come to the Earth's surface. The ozone layer contains some gas called as ozone gas. We write ozone gas as O3, girls. Ozone gas is O3. It is a molecule that is made up of 3 oxygen atoms. But some of the human activities, we do some chemical change that actually cause problem to the ozone. And that's why we are not allowed to use these chemicals now. Right, let's watch the video now. So I taught you about the ozone layer, which helps us to be away from the UV ray. I taught you about the different gases. We spoke about photosynthesis.
Earth and Mars are both rocky planets located relatively close to the Sun. But the surface of Mars has no rainforests, animals, or plants. Click the image of each planet to see how hot and cold temperatures differ on the two planets. The average temperature on Earth is 15 degrees Celsius. At Earth's equator, the temperature can reach 54 degrees Celsius. Because Mars has only a very thin atmosphere, it has a colder and broader temperature range than Earth does. At its poles, the temperature on Mars can be negative 153 degrees Celsius. The environment on Mars is so harsh, it's not likely that it could support life. Earth's distance from the Sun, its rotation, and its position on its axis determine the amount of sunlight Earth receives. Click each image to learn more. There are billions of stars in the universe, and scientists have found that some of these stars have planets orbiting them. Some of those planets are close to a major star, as is Earth, and their closeness to a star may allow them to support life. Because Earth is relatively close to the Sun provides Earth with the heat and light that living organisms need. The 23.5-degree tilt of Earth's axis results in unequal heating of Earth's surface. This causes large differences in the air temperature at Earth's poles and equator. Earth's tilt also affects the seasons as Earth revolves around the Sun.
So I told you before, if Earth is not revolving around the Sun, we will have no seasons because it will always be directing towards the sunlight. So that's why tilting of Earth axis is very important.
Okay.
Because Earth rotates, the part that is facing the Sun experiences daytime and heats up. That part cools down during the nighttime when it doesn't face the Sun. But the atmosphere prevents all the heat from escaping at night. The ozone layer of the atmosphere also blocks much of the harmful ultraviolet radiation that comes from the Sun. Light from the Sun helps plants grow as a result of photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is the process by which a plant uses water, carbon dioxide, and sunlight to make its own food. Without sunlight, plants wouldn't exist on Earth.
Girls, I will continue with tomorrow's class.
You know that Earth's axis
Okay.
tilts 23.